Let's say we want to find the domain, range, and asymptote of the function f of x equals to the log base 2 of x minus 2. You can easily find the domain by looking at the argument. So the argument of the log is x minus 2. We know that the argument of a log must be greater than 0. So we're going to make that greater than 0, put in a that's greater than 0. So the question is, when is x minus 2 greater than 0? Well, if we add 2 to both sides of this equation, or this inequality rather, and I'll go ahead and draw a line there. Then 2's, of course, will cancel out, and we'll just be left with x is greater than 2. So x greater than 2 actually is the domain. So this is the domain of the function. X is greater than 2. All right. So, and since x minus 2 is the domain of the function, x, the line x equals 2 is the asymptote. And since x minus 2 is the asymptote, and we already know the range of any log function, the range is all real numbers because it is for logarithmic functions. So that's how you find the domain in a range. The last thing that we like to do is actually get the graph of this function. And yeah, we also want the graph of the function. So I'm going to go to my graphing calculator, hit the graph, and I'm going to type control and 10 to log, which is a 10 to the power x. And then I believe that it was a, let me look at that function again. I believe the base was log 2 of x. Yeah, all right. So we need log base 2 x minus 2. And so that's what our graph looks like. So let's put out, and by the way, you can see that the asymptote is x equals to 2. You can see the red line is the asymptote. So let's put it all together so it's all can kind of see it together. So let me move this out the way here. So, and that gives us everything that we need right there. Go ahead and snip this and there. Let's go back. All right. So our graph is, and let's paste it, and I'll just make it fit. Okay. And that's it. Do the same thing with all the rest of the problems.